Hey guys, it's Kennedy. I'm here with
Faseworld.
Faseworld is an aspiring artist from Atlanta, new to San Antonio. Tell me about...
I'm from Brooklyn, New York. I'm
Oh,
from Brooklyn,
shit.
New York.
Okay.
But I did move here from Atlanta, though.
Okay. Tell me about the empire you've built in Atlanta and Brooklyn and how it's still standing.
In Atlanta, that's where I more so got more into the business part of things. I have a studio there called Dream House Studios and a beauty supply store called Bliss Beauty Supply. And I just built like a lot of sub brands under those brands.
Right.
But generally, those are my brick and mortars, you could say. And I have the record label Money Market Records. So we do a lot under there. It's a lot. It's a lot. It's a lot.
That's a lot of businesses. Give me your honest, raw opinion on the music community in San Antonio.
I have observed that there is a lot of people going hard in San Antonio. I'm still feeling things out. I can see where things could be, where they can use some guidance or some mentorship as far as the business side.
Right.
But yeah, I'm still feeling things out.
Sure.
Still getting to know people and stuff.
I guess with the people that you have worked with, I remember what you told me on the phone call, the community's kind of like tight, like greedy, like in a way.
I learned that it is tight. I don't understand it. I guess I'm an outsider right now. This is my new home, so you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I got the Spurs hat on and everything.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
representing.
Like usually when I go to a city, I don't just adapt to the city. I'm not rocking your hat. I'm a New York, you know what I'm saying? But Texas always played a big part in my career, period. Shout out to El Paso. El Paso has been big for me. You know what I'm saying? So San Antonio is new ground for me. And I don't know if it's a thing that I'm just gonna have to show people that I'm not here to bullshit.
Yeah.
I question it because I didn't come to Atlanta with nothing, you know what I'm saying? I came here with resources, but I'm not really trying to just be used, you know what I'm saying? So I'm just going to filter my way with my music right now.
What was the reason for migrating to San Antonio? And what did you mean by you wanted to contribute as an asset to San Antonio?
Well, you know, in Atlanta, I am a CEO, so I have like resources, friends, and you know, connections, things that I use for my company, companies that use my company, from film to music. So we are labeled in the industry, you know what I'm saying? Even though I've been an independent artist for like a good part of my career. People need to understand, just because you're not Drake don't mean you can't eat off of this shit. You can't have a career off of this. I've had an over 10-year career off of music. You know what I'm saying? So right now, I want to bring that to San Antonio because I feel like I'm not saying there's nobody here, but you can never get enough connections, and you know, gatekeepers are, you know, that's a real thing.
All-time high right now.
So if you got somebody here that's like, He doesn't have any motive. Like it's not a side for him. You know, it's like a wide open lane. I could, you know what I'm saying? Connect things, bridge a gap.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Spring is the best season to be born anew, shed new skin, and in terms of Faseworld rebrand. For a long time, you've been used as a billboard with brands interfering with your identity. How have you been channeling your individuality as an artist?
That was good. That was good. Damn.
Research.
Damn. That's been my roughest patch. I would bring people to my team, and you know, it would be more about what I could do for them instead of, you know, just getting behind me, understanding that like we have the engine, but you know what I'm saying, everybody just have to wait their turn and
press the pedal type.
Right. So it's always been a problem because I'll build a team and everybody just want to jump in front of me, and it's like it just doesn't work like that.
Yeah.
You know, and at least, you know, be around for a while.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like where it's obvious at. But yeah, that's been tough for me, man. And like even doing this interview with you, I was a little nervous. Like, how do I be Faseworld and not the person that they know for businesses? Because it's like, okay, you don't even attract people that really fuck with you because they trying to get something off of you.
Right.
You know what I mean? I got to go back to being Faseworld. That's why I love being in San Antonio, because I've had a lot of time to focus on myself, get to know what I like, get to know how I want to move, and nobody here wants anything from me.
Right.
So it's like the relationships are genuine already.
Right.
So I'm gonna just stay on this path for a little bit, and the businesses will be there. They're not
For
going.
sure,
Yeah.
for sure. It's like you just getting more connected to like your inner self.
Yeah.
And that's what being lonely makes you do, It makes you stronger in a way. In the album Rise of Faseworld, the intro sounds like a familiar piece of media. Can you tell us exactly where you got it from and what was the significance of you picking it?
I'm big on medieval. And for me, in Atlanta, it was a lot of war. And I mean that
in terms of like gang violence or danger.
No, I mean in the mental effect, in the just trying to like be somebody that makes a difference. People didn't trust me because of probably where I was from.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I learned in Atlanta that, I don't know, to be good to people was not the move. You know what I'm saying? Like, it automatically, if you good, you up to something, you got to get something out of me. And then, and in my side, I'm like, what am I really getting out of you? Like, you're not popular. You're not giving me money. Like, what am I really getting out of wasting your time?
Right.
So I just couldn't understand that. So it was like I was always in a war mind state. So that album was like basically me pouring out my heart, like what I'm going through here. Because a lot of my friends didn't move to Atlanta. Like, they're all over the world, but nobody wanted to come to Atlanta. And I never understood until later on, in my journey. But that project was about, like, look, I'm going to fight. I'm not, you can't run me out of here. I'm going to show you that dreams come true. That, everything is not capped. Like, you meet somebody.
That's literally what the audio is like saying, like, just to like fight for yourself.
Yeah. And I love medieval. Like, I'll sit there and watch medieval stuff all day. So that was the best way to describe me. You know what I mean?
For sure, 100%. Do you portray any real life events in your music by storytelling through your lyrics? Example, the song Jit and your homie dying in your arms.
All of my music is real. I feel like I live like a bunch of different lives, so I have a lot to talk about. All of my music is real. I just can't tell somebody else's story and be like fucking sincere about it. I gotta tell you my story, how I feel, what I've been through. I might not give you all of the details, but like if I said it, that's what it is.
100%. Because like Lil Tech on like Genius lyrics, where he was all like, that was a lie, when he was going through his lyrics, and it's just like, damn, like, do rappers even mean what they say anymore? You know what I mean? Yeah,
I definitely, I'm not a young 19-year-old rapper. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just been in the game for a while. I look real good. You know what I'm saying?
Nice and young, still very youthful.
I look good, you know what I mean? And music to me, one of my inspirations right now is like Jim Jones, for example, because he's somebody that I watched growing up, and to see him as an older rapper and still working and looking good, better than a lot of people. That's my inspiration, because I was feeling like, why does it seem like in hip hop they try to make you stop rapping when you start getting smarter? Right. Like, when you hit a certain age, at least in the black community, it's like, oh, you shouldn't be rapping no more. Why not? Like, if I grew up off hip hop and hip hop is me, it's not something that I'm portraying. This is what it really is. So why should it stop? Because I might have a family and some kids, and I might have, life start life, and your stories just get better, because there's always somebody there to listen to. There's always somebody there to pull, or like, there's always somebody there to share your story with. So you don't know what. Not only
that, but relate to and like connect with people.
Right. You don't stop going through stuff at 25. Right. Like, so what about that 40-year-old man or 50-year-old man that loves hip hop music? And when he's going through it, he needs to be able to listen to someone he could relate to. He can't listen to somebody that can't really tell him nothing. Like, you don't even know what this is. 100%.
And if you think about it, I feel like age doesn't really play a part in it, because there's people like Future, Drake, that are still like 40, you know what I mean, and like still counting, and they're not thinking about stopping. You know what I mean? So why would it affect somebody who wants to start You know what I mean?
Yeah. Some people just got that shit that you can't teach. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm saying.
You either is or you ain't.
What was your reaction when ABC, the third most significant TV broadcasting channel, pursued their interest in you for an interview, and what was your experience like on set?
Oh, man.
I went deep.
She's good. That was cool, man.
How old were you when that happened?
I want to say 25. It was in El Paso. And yeah, like, yo, I got billboards in El Paso. I got trucks driving around with my with my promo.
Wow.
I got bus stops with like my pictures and stuff on the benches and stuff like that. Like my managers in El Paso, shout out to Shadowbox. He really went strong with always trying to get me in Texas. I never understood it. You never understand shit because I'm from New York. I'm living in Atlanta, but he used to make me do everything in Texas. And it's crazy because now I live in Texas.
Yeah.
So it's like I have so much content and things that I could just like, oh, it's crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy.
I mean, I feel like it was meant to be in a way, you know what I mean? Because, I mean, you're here now.
Yeah. Yeah.
I love that. Beside ABC, what's the biggest moment in your career?
I don't know. You would think ABC was the biggest, but you know what? I don't know. I don't know.
Too many to count or what?
Yeah, I have a lot of accomplishments, and the honest truth is that it hasn't always been easy for me to accept my accomplishments because I'm not really a bragger type.
Yeah.
So I always downplayed it, but I realized I sat back and I realized like I did a lot of shit.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying, to basically every artist, you start off as an artist, you start off in your basement, wherever. Every artist has to grow. Every artist has to get to a point that they have a studio.
Right.
Because it's more than one way to turn your music into money. And that's one of them. You know what I'm saying? You become a resource.
Right.
Nobody could avoid it. You start off at this point, then now you know the business. You teach other people the business. You sell your merch. You get your studio. People pay you for services. Like, that's just a part of the journey.
Yeah.
So like I took that and I tripled that, and it's like I have so many different. I don't know.
That's crazy. That kind of reminds me of like the saying where it's like if you fish for a man, he can eat for one day, but if you teach a man how to fish, he can eat for the rest of his life.
Yeah.
And that's like kind of you using all of your resources, you know what I mean? Like, that's literally what it is, and you've come so far, but also it's hard to realize your accomplishments when you're always on go, always doing something, so you never get to sit on that thought of like, damn, I did that, until you're like fucking 10 years later and you actually have time to think. Like you said, you're in San Antonio, you have time to think now. You know what I mean? So you're like, damn, I kind of did a lot of shit.
I did a lot of shit. You know, I was just really, honestly, I think I was just happy that I didn't leave Atlanta because I failed. I didn't leave Atlanta because I lost my businesses.
Right.
You know, everything was on my terms. You know, I just decided I want to live over here.
Yeah.
Do I still, I still fuck with Atlanta, and I'll still, my businesses are still there. I still want to connect with people that's in Atlanta that's serious. It's not a total disconnect, but I needed my peace.
Right.
And San Antonio is my peace. So
100%. I agree. First of all, thank you for your service. And what were the 3 biggest lessons you learned being in the Navy?
Honor, courage, and commitment. Like, that will never leave me. I will always have honor. I will always have courage. Like, I'm not an easy person to run, or like I stand on business.
Yeah.
And my commitment is strong. Like, if I mess with you, I mess with you. There's no shadiness. And that's probably why my music career probably didn't, as far as being an artist, that's probably why it didn't go super sane.
Yeah.
Because I've been through them doors, I've been at those tables, and, certain shit I'm just not with.
Yeah.
I never will be with, you know what I'm saying? Especially if it's my character involved.
Yeah.
So I'm good with where I'm at, you know what I'm saying? And if somebody, if somebody is able to go even further through my tutelage, that's fine, because it's all about what you willing to do at the end of the day.
What were your favorite places to travel, and how did they expand your way of life, thinking, speaking, and acting in foreign countries compared to America?
This is gonna sound crazy, but when I left home, I was involved in a lot in Brooklyn. Like, you know what I'm saying? You know, the average teenager want to gang bang, want to be bad. All of our, goals are jail or or, to be the best drug dealer. Like, it was never be a doctor, lawyer, none of that shit for me. So, the military wasn't out for me. I kind of had a choice between that and prison, and I'm glad that I went to the military. But it's like as soon as I left, I went to Dubai first, I believe. And then I hit Spain. I hit Crete. I hit a bunch of countries, and my brain opened right away. It was crazy because I used to think certain shit in Brooklyn, like certain people don't eat certain things. I was like dumb. I was dumb, but I learned a lot. I learned how to communicate with people from different countries. At first it took me back because the men are a little more friendlier. They might want to shake your hand, hug on you. It's like a lot. And I was from, don't touch me, don't talk to me. You can't even speak to each other for real. To learning that that's not how the world is. So I just take all of that stuff and mix it in with who Face is right now.
Did that kind of change your look on like social norms in like New York compared to like places like Dubai, like just being like, wow, masculinity's different, stuff like that?
Yeah, I mean, it's a big difference, but yeah, it changed a lot. Like, it changed. It made me realize, like,
Do you think it made you stop acting like that?
Yeah.
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 It kind of broke you down in a way.
Which is crazy because you guys might not like this. Some of y'all could relate, but. Moving to Atlanta, I was spoiled, like, because I never been in a predominantly black community.
Yeah.
So when I got to Atlanta, it's a lot of black people together. It was like at first it was like, yo, this is cool, you know what I'm saying? But I ain't gonna say the bad part. But at first it was like, this is cool. But what I'm getting to is everybody speaks, right? Man, I get here. And now that I'm so used to all the black people speaking to each other, in San Antonio, where I'm at, I'm not gonna say the whole San Antonio, but it seems like the black people don't really fuck with each other here.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like I be in the supermarket, like they try to look the other way, like, oh damn, you want nobody know, you don't want nobody see it together. That shit crazy.
No, it really is, and it kind of reminds me of like when I was living in Houston. It's so diverse. You know what I mean? Compared to like where here, there's nothing but Hispanics. So if you're a black person, you'll kind of feel like a unicorn. You know what I mean? And it's kind of like, why wouldn't you want to like talk to another unicorn?
Right.
You know what I mean?
I love that shit though. I be like, y'all stupid, man. I love that shit, man. When we be walking in the supermarket, I be like, here goes another one. He look over there, he look over there. Damn, bro, where the love at? You know what I'm saying?
I'll put you on with some of my people.
Okay.
We're all really cool. Trust. Nobody's weird, man. I've noticed your fascination with jewelry. Have you noticed a change in the way people treat you when you wear it versus when you don't?
I haven't noticed it here. I feel like they don't like it when you wear jewelry here.
Really?
I don't know. Maybe I just haven't been in the right areas yet because I'm still new. But I feel like I feel like it's too flashy. So what I do here is I kind of tone it down a lot. In Atlanta, it's like, yo, show what you got. You know what I'm saying? In the same way in New York, but here, I don't know. I kind of tone it down. You might catch me with a polo shirt, and, like I might chill. I wear just a little rope or something like that. I don't know. I'm still learning this market, but jewelry,
feels different to wear here.
It feels different to wear.
Who are your greatest inspirations?
Jim Jones, Fabulous.
What do you miss most about Brooklyn?
My family.
Yeah.
My moms and pops and all of them are still out there. My sister. Sometimes I miss them, but I don't think I can. I can't stay in Brooklyn too long. Like if I'm there for like a week, it's like I gotta go back.
Yeah, for sure.
I think I fell in love with the South. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna always be a Brooklyn nigga wherever I go, but I like the South. I like the space. You can just move a little different.
Yeah. Old stomping grounds. He'll always be back. Trust.
Yeah.
If you could give a spotlight to artists who you think don't get enough attention or recognition, who would you shout out?
I don't think I have anybody on that list.
Next question.
I don't think. Faseworld.
That's what he wants to promote. Your brand new single, Where You At, just dropped 3 days ago, along with some merch. Make sure you guys stream Where You At on all platforms and get some of Faseworld's merch. All links are in bios.
Yes.
Is there anything else you would like to add?
Yeah, what she said. And we got some short sets coming because I have a clothing line called Face Clothing, which was created in 2013. A lot of us know of our bubble jackets. So we made a new collection called Where You At. I'm gonna have like good quality short sets and t-shirts and hats. So yeah, man, check that single out. Can I speak about Where You At?
Hell yeah.
Okay, so Where You At? Like the hook. The hook is like, it ain't where you from, it's where you at.
Yeah.
I'm saying that because a lot of people might say, damn, he go from state to state. Because I was in Virginia. Yeah. I did the same thing. I was in Georgia. I did the same thing. Everywhere I met, I leave some type of influence. I leave a lot of people mad, but they cannot deny my influence. You know what I'm saying? So now I'm in San Antonio. You know what I'm saying? It's a bigger, better face, more mature. I plan to impact San Antonio as well. And, you know, 100%. Just take things to the next level.
100%. And you know what? It's funny because when you were like, and a lot of people stay mad at me, I read this thing where it was like, if too many people like you, you're doing something wrong. Or something shit, like being too friendly and shit.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, 100%. So that means he's just doing what he has to do, guys.
Stop crying. Get
Quit
with it.
Bitching about it. But thank you so much for coming. It was honestly a pleasure to meet you.
Thank you
so much for your time. And don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Follow us on Instagram. Subscribe to both of our YouTube channels. And peace and love.
Peace and love.